vacation to Virginia. And it was me and my younger brother, who's a year younger than me, and my dad and my grandpa. And I wasn't really into this trip even from the start. My parents had just gotten divorced the year before, and I wasn't so cool with the split family vacations yet. And then there was also the trip itself. And I was going on a 6-hour-long car ride to Virginia to learn about how money was made. We had all the usual snacks in the back seat, and we had one of those little mini car games. It was a little battleship, and it had all these teeny tiny pieces. And so we lost half the pieces before we ever got to play. But we did play the usual car games. We played I Spy with My Little Eye and Punch Buggy, which is great because you get to hit each other. But as we're finally pulling into Virginia, we're totally bored. We're just poking each other and annoying each other for entertainment in the back seat. And my dad's driving, and he's got the map, and you can tell he's kind of lost. So he's like, all right, I'm just going to pull over for a minute, and everyone can get out and stretch their legs. So my grandpa gets out of the car, my brother gets out of the car, my dad gets out of the car, but he leaves the keys in the car. And I'm really bored now and kind of looking for a little more excitement, and I've never seen what happens when someone locks the keys in the car. So I think, okay. And I hit the automatic door lock, and I get out, and I slam the door shut and lock the keys in the car. Now I'm actually really excited because I really believed at this time that my dad is gonna fix this. He could do some really cool stuff. When we went to the grocery store, he could add up the items as the clerk was scanning them faster than the register. And one time they undercharged him by $2.98, and he actually told them and corrected him. Now, when I was a teenager, this annoyed the shit out of me. But as a kid, I thought it was really cool, and I couldn't wait to see what MacGyver type thing he was going to do to open the car door. So we're all milling around, and I'm excited, and my dad finally comes back with his map to go in the car, and he's like, I didn't lock the car. I know I didn't lock the car door. I didn't lock the car. Shit! Now I'm like, whoa, wait, okay, this isn't the show I signed up for. This is just a really pissed off, angry dad show, and now I'm kind of nervous, and maybe this wasn't such a great idea. And at this point, he decides he knows he didn't do it, and he's going to figure out who did. So he comes over, and he puts his hands on my shoulders, and he looks down at me and says, Kelsey, did you lock the keys in the car? And I look up at him, and I look him right in the eye, and I say, no, Dad, it wasn't me. Okay, fine. He moves on to my brother, who's younger than me, so of course it's probably him. And he really interrogates him, which I'm kind of fine with at first. But then I start to feel bad. Todd's on the verge of tears, going, Dad, I swear I didn't do it. So my dad's like, okay. He moves on to my grandpa. Of course my grandpa says he didn't do it, but my dad's like, it's you! It had to be you! You're old and you're losing it! You're losing your mind! You must be going senile! You did it and you just don't remember doing it! You did it! You're losing it! So now I'm I feel really bad. I'm starting to feel sick, and I think, I can't believe that I did this to everyone. And I'm, the worst part, I'm thinking, is that I realize my dad has actually started to convince my grandfather that maybe he did do it. And maybe he is at that age that he just doesn't know what's going on, so he doesn't remember. Maybe he is senile. And I feel terrible. So I sit down on the curb next to the car, and my dad and my grandpa see this, so they actually, they come over to see if I'm okay. At which point my dad apologizes to me for what my grandfather did. He's it's just old, don't worry about it. And I feel bad, and I think, God, I should be brave and just stand up and say it was me, and, let my grandfather off the hook, make him realize he's not crazy. And then I think, maybe this is it. This is my after-school special moment, and if I just do it, my dad will be so impressed with my honesty that he won't even be mad. All I have to do is stand up and say it was me. But I don't.